leader Jen,
Hi, everyone.
and hi to every one of you guys who is interacting here, who's co-creating with yourself and co-creating with us and co-creating with the whole universe as we're becoming more and more of the well-being that is natural of all of us, and then we are all in this together. And it's interesting and it's inspiring. It is good to feel the good feeling and to feel more of it comes to you and through you. And I would say to me or through me, it is, and to feel it individual and to feel it for ourselves. And today, Abraham talked a lot about because we are expanding with Abraham now, so we are having a lot of beautiful things was spoken from Abraham today, and many things was spoken today that was coming up was the desires, the interesting, the thing, and something I love what Abraham share about. If you don't feeling, what you want to create something and you want to be creative, and you don't feeling that you are in the place of the feeling of it, and then taking action on it. You say many times. She mentioned something about you always sometimes you feel that you not have a lot of time, but when you're feeling that you're in alignment with who you are, you feel that you're having a plenty of time and everything is interesting and it's inspiring, and it's just moving on to more and more and more, and it's really all about the alignment. When you're lining up with who you really are, everything lines up for you and feels more and more inspiring, and it's a place for becoming more and more. You're just moving in a direction for feeling good in every situation, every moment, more and more, and knowing that it is the journey that is the most beautiful thing that is, because the journey now is always with the alignment with who you really are, and it's always matching up with your desires and matching up with your becoming. So inspiration and desires. Jen, do you want to open up this? This is a really good topic for today on the Abraham Now. So,
Oh, I so agree.
and
It's such a beautiful topic, and I really enjoyed everything you shared, Espen. Beautiful, powerful information. And there was one question in particular that was really, really very insightful on this, and it came from a lady who said, it's been 6 weeks now. I was so delighted to know I would have this 6 weeks during, this time when she would be away from work. And she thought, I'll be able to write my book and I'll be able to go to the gym. And, and then she said, but it's been 6 weeks and I haven't done either one of them. And Abraham gave a very, very delightful answer. And this may resonate with you, in some way, or it may connect with some of how you're feeling. And Abraham began with saying, it's because prior to the 6 weeks, when you've been, away from work and things, you had a time shortage consciousness. You were aware that you didn't have enough time to do these things with the busy schedule you were having. But even though your schedule, your physical circumstance changed, and now you have more time, you didn't change or recalibrate your thinking. You are still aware of that. And in essence, instead of writing your book or going to the gym, feeling that energy flowing to you and through you of your connection, which, by the way, when you're feeling and flowing in your connection, you are feeling the ever expanding universe. You are feeling the abundance that is always available to us. Remember, when we ask, it is vibrationally given. And why is it vibrationally given? Because it's given to us in a way that means we will be guided so that we can physically manifest it at the rate and in the way we choose. Right? So it's given in a way that allows us to enjoy and delight in all of the experience. But just because the physical circumstances changed, right? Meaning now there was all this extra time that this lady had, she wasn't allowing that inspired energy to flow to her and through her. Instead, what she was doing, and this was fine, and this could be totally fine for you, she was watching like delightful TV shows or funny movies and things to try and, in essence, sort of get her feeling better. But she was using it in a way more like to maybe sort of motivate herself. And then she was trying, she was still very aware, right? But when I get this done, then this. Kind of like when I have that 6 weeks break, then I'll write my book and I'll go to the gym. But it doesn't work like that. And that's why we always speak of, get comfortable feeling comfortable, right? Get comfortable feeling good. Get comfortable feeling your connection. Get comfortable feeling the energy of who you really are flowing to you and through you so you can feel your inspiration. Because when you're uncomfortable, guess what happens? Instead of feeling your inspiration, the calling from source, your inner being, come this way, we have what you've asked. When you're uncomfortable, what you'll hear or latch onto, so to speak, will be streams of things like shortage consciousness, motivated ideas like, hey, just do this. Come on, buy this. This will work. This will get you to write your book. We have the outline. We'll walk you through, right? And it's these things. And you'll think, oh, yes, I need that. But, and those things, all in and all of themselves could be just fine if your energy is flowing, right? If you're feeling inspired. So instead, it's allowing yourself to feel good. When this lady was watching these delightful movies and TV shows, things that were funny, so to speak, well, enjoy that. Don't go, okay, I'm just going to watch one show and then I'm going to get my butt over to the gym. Because she never went to the gym. Right? She was trying to motivate herself. She was trying to say,
that.
right?
I love that you share because I'm gonna look at this and then because it's like it's much easier when you're taking I'm feeling my alignment first and then we talk a lot about that, feeling my feel good now and then and feeling my present you now that is always new and refreshed and then and see when you're always taking a standpoint from feeling your alignment that will line up with you for inspiration and it will be easy to take inspiration action and then allow those things that you want from that action to be more. No, for myself, I would talk for myself, it was very, clarifying, but also to know that, I have been exercising a lot in this winter time. I think I've not been exercised so much before, like kind of running every day. It's just things I've not been doing, like when I was playing before, I was exercising a lot. And like this kind of skiing and running and I feel so easy in it, still I'm age have no things to say, 36 years old, but I think there is no resistance to that, just like what, getting older or getting things are, body doesn't work. I'm feeling well-being more than ever now. I'm telling myself, I'm just like, my body feels fresh. I'm feeling new. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling my desires becomes more and more. Those things that I wanted, they are a vibrational match already right now. And I feel just more and more as I'm allowing it to be. My exercise feels so good. My things that I do, it's so much pleasure in it. I'm not doing it from a motivation. I'm doing it because I feel so good from the first place. I'm aligning up with who I really am, and then I'm getting inspired to do those things. This is what I'm receiving in the first. Now go out running, and I'm just putting on my shoes and just run. Now go out skiing. I'm just putting on my, my shoes and then putting and take on my take the skis and just walk, and then just. And it's just so fun because it's like it's an inspiration. It's a receiving thought that comes to me, and then I follow up with the action, and with following up with the action of it. It just lead for me to a wonderful experience of that trip with walking or with skiing or with running or whatever. And then I go home and just like feel so good. And I feel I have a lot of energy all the time because I also segment intent before I do something. I love feeling the wonderful view that in my home. I love feeling the beautiful view. I love the feeling, the sensation of the nature. I love feeling feeling my body as I'm running and feeling the how good it feels to just move my body. And those things, you know, and I feel this energy before I do those things.
Hmm.
So I just love that alignment, then alignment first, and then. And that
Right?
is like with the same with the desires and things we do. And it's like it's so clarifying to know that it's inspiration has an energy that is so much more fun and joyful than motivation, because then there is no motivation for approval. Like almost, I have to approve for myself that I can do this. I have to approve for myself that for others that I can do that. I have to do this for I don't feel good now, so I have to please myself. You know, I know when after I've finished running, it feels better. But you know, if you're always starting from that point, you will there will always be like a momentum of struggle in it, a little bit like an unpleasing energy in it.
Hmm.
But when you coming from a place from alignment first and feeling good first, you see how this will build up the momentum for you to feel more of the inspirational action you take. And every moment will be a pleasure of it. Now it's an inspiration from you feeling so good already. And now you just felt something come through you and an inspired thought, and you leading up to that and you're taking action on it. And then it leads up to more. And then you
Yeah.
just it's just that's the hour when you usually say it's like with the runners you talk about AMAP, you just feel that you are in the flow. You just are in the flow.
Hmm.
You just go with the flow. There is just a pleasure of a pleasure of the feeling of just run, and there is no thinking about what it should be or not. But just it feels so good from the first place.
Yes. Oh,
And it's a wonderful thing to just feel it for ourselves, to just like know that is so good. You know, I can line up with my alignment first. I'm feeling my alignment first, and then
hmm, yeah. Oh, that is,
there,
I love
so much there.
everything. Everything you shared is so right. So when we're saying, right, when we get in alignment first, what does that mean? That means get yourself feeling good, feeling good, right? So that's the easiest indicator. Our emotions are always guiding us. So if you're feeling not so good, you're feeling uncomfortable, so start with where you're at. Acknowledge, okay, I'm feeling a bit uncomfortable, or maybe a lot uncomfortable, whatever it is. Acknowledge that space first. Okay, I'm feeling this, but I know I can feel better, right? I know that I can feel better. And then allow yourself to flow towards a better feeling. Get comfortable flowing in the direction of that which feels better. And this may seem simple and it may seem easy, but there's many people, you may be one of them. I know for myself, there was a time when I had to really develop this skill out too, to be comfortable feeling good, to be comfortable enjoying my meals, to be comfortable enjoying all the facets of my life, to recognize the areas of my life when I was rushing through things or being motivated by things or doing things to please things that were outside of me. When instead, coming into alignment with what feels good to me really tunes me into that space of alignment, which illuminates my path, right? Because remember, we each have a broader aspect. We call that our inner being. You can call that your life force, energy, your soul. It's that extension of God or source. When we ask from our human perspective, source, God, our inner being always answers with, here's what you desire. Here it is what you want. And when we say we ask, it doesn't mean you have to write it down. I specifically want this. What does it mean? It means when you're in life and you're experiencing a shortage of money, your inner being goes, you would like an abundance. You would be like to be able to purchase whatever you want, whenever you want. We have what you desire. Come this way. And it's there. But when we go, no, 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 I have a shortage. You see this shortage? I need to strategize this shortage. I need to look at this shortage. Who could help me with this shortage? The shortage, the shortage, the shortage, the shortage. But when we're focused in that direction, we can't hear or see that which we're being guided to. There was a delightful story that a mom shared. And it was a question or two later, and it was about her 5-year-old son. And I think she had a couple children, but anyway, he loved this. I think it was blue jay, this type of bird, right? He loved this bird. But as she was dishing up breakfast, I think it was Cheerios. The two kids were looking, and he was like, "No, this my I don't know if it was the brother or sister got more Cheerios than me," and he was all busy. All up in that kind of feeling like he was getting shorted out of Cheerios. He was focused on what he didn't want. And during that time, the mom is like, "But there's your favorite bird. There's a blue jay." By the time he looked up, it was gone, right? Because it's like that all the time. When we allow ourselves to get stuck into the problem, we get fixated on the problem. That which we want is right there, but we're missing it. So instead, the idea is to acknowledge, oh, Cheerios, right? My bowl looks a little less full. That's okay. It's good. But I'm so happy I'm having Cheerios. And then you look up, there's that blue jay. Mommy, look at the blue jay. Yes, I know, I see it, right? Because it's right there. But when we get stuck in those streams of human consciousness, feeling competitive, feeling lackful, feeling shortage, we're missing the things that are being offered to us. So the idea is to acknowledge and then flow towards a better feeling, and to make it something that's easy, to make it natural, just like breathing. We breathe in, we breathe out. We see something we don't like, we acknowledge it, and we flow in the direction of what we do like. Just like that, just like breathing. Let it be natural. Let it be more easy. When there's a problem, don't get all fixated with the problem. Just acknowledge it. Well, this isn't my preference, but I know the solution is created. Oh, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to feel the solution come in. It's going to be fun to see my bank account expand. It's going to be fun to see my business grow, to see the improvements, to see my relationships improve. Whatever it is, because when we ask, it's given. But when we're not looking in the direction of the solution, we can't see it, we can't feel it. So in essence, come into that better feeling, that alignment. Alignment always feels good. And then, right? Acknowledge, feel better, and then, yeah. So I'll pause there. So good.
I'll take it in 2 seconds. It's so good. It feels so good, and I love what you share. It's so nice to know that also that from the inner being perspective, it's no missing there. There is no hidden agenda there. There is nothing that's going against anything. From inner being, there is just abundance and of appreciation for everything that is, and an abundance of all of your desires to become a reality in your vibrational reality in the vortex that is in you, that is in all of us. And when we match up with who we really are, those desires come easily to us because we will have these inspirational receiving beautiful thoughts, impulses, and then when we take action on it, it will lead up to more. That's how things have been created. That's how, when there is something you want to create into this world and you are in alignment with who you really are and you feel inspired and then you take action, it will starting this roll on for you to become of that what you desire for every time, every single moment, and it's like, and for sure things are also shifting and changing in the way what we desire for. And when we have reaching for something, then there are new rockets of desire of something else. And that is the beauty of that. We never stop desiring. So there's always new desires be born after reaching for one desire. Mm-hmm. And to know that inspiration leads up to the feeling good in the journey. And then when I'm there, I'm just feeling either better. And then there's a new desire, and I'm just like, oh, now this is past already, and now you're going to do something else. Now what's next? It's some inspiration, and now this is so fun. I can see all of this. I'm lining up with my source energy, and how fun this journey is, and I'm just like enjoying all of it. And I can see how people eyes through source. I can see when I'm in alignment. Relationship with myself is beautiful. The relationship with others are beautiful. The relationship with every aspect in my life is wonderful. This is inspiring. I feel the energy of it. I feel the becoming of more and more of it. And it's so fun. And I'm so easy about it and so gentle about it. And I'm generally speaking in a way that feels easy good to me to feel. And then it's just easy moving forward to easy feel more of this and experience more of this. And I know this wonderful journey, I know it's just so wonderful to be here. So to experience this now and to know that every contrast is an expansion too, and that I can feel good anyway. And it just leads up to more and more as I'm allowing it to be, because I know the allowing part is who I really am. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm now allowing more to become more.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I love it. Yeah, because when we ask, it's given, right? That contrast piece, that's when we ask, whether we put it in words or not, right? We ask. And then the only time that feels uncomfortable is when we fixate or focus on the problem. When we focus on the Cheerios that we're not getting enough of. My brother has more in his bowl. That feels uncomfortable, right? It does, right? When we focus on something that doesn't look good to us, it feels bad, but it's supposed to. Because it's saying, look over there. And I love there was another question today, and it was so delightful. And it said, Abraham, from your perspective, from the perspective of source, if you were us right now in isolation, what would you be doing? Right? And I was like, oh, this is a great
I
question.
was laughing a little bit about that, but
It was so enjoyable because, well, Source said, well, we are right there with you in isolation. There we are. Yes, because you are on the leading edge. And they said, if we were you, from your perspective and for our perspective, we would be doing everything that is interesting, every interesting thing. We would be following our own unique individual interest. And don't let something outside of you say, well, you should be interested in this, or you should be no, you get to be interested in whatever you want. You might be interested in cleaning out a drawer in your kitchen, and if that's what's interesting you in that moment, then follow that, because it's going to lead to something else. There is nothing more valuable, and this may sound contradictory in some ways, but take it in, take it in, take it all in. There is nothing more valuable than you feeling good, than you feeling interested, than you feeling joy, than you feeling pleasure, than you allowing yourself to let the law of attraction build the momentum for you in the positive direction. It feels good to flow in the direction of your desires. And there's nothing more valuable than that. Because in order for you to receive and sustain those things you've asked for, you have to be able to sustain a feel-good vibration. Right? You have to be comfortable feeling comfortable. And I know there's probably, maybe you've heard some of these things, you got to push yourself outside of your comfort zone. And I'm going to say, don't do it. Don't do it. Instead, allow yourself to feel comfortable being who you are. Allow your area of comfortability to expand. Allow yourself to be guided to the more that feels comfortable. Allow yourself to feel comfortable on the leading edge. Allow yourself to feel comfortable with the newness. Allow yourself to feel comfortable allowing and receiving your desires and to experiencing the joyful journey to them. This is why we came, to know that when we ask, it is given. We are on that leading edge. Source, God, is right there with us. All that have preceded us, right? They're right here with us. And they're calling us forward. They're saying, don't go back to where we were. There's things back there. Yeah. Oh, good. It's fine. But come this way. This is where the juice is. Take what I've done before and bring it forward. I'm right here with you. I am available to you when you're feeling good. You'll feel that inspiration flow. You'll feel the ideas. You'll feel things coming to you, and you'll be guided to do things that feel good. And take pleasure in those. Allow yourself to enjoy more, have fun more. Enjoy cleaning out that drawer if that is what you're guided to do. But enjoy everything. Make it your daily quest, so to speak, if you like that word, to enjoy more of your day. Enjoy your shower. Enjoy your daily routines. Enjoy your time with your children. Enjoy brushing your teeth. Enjoy washing your dishes. Enjoy the daydreams that come to you. Enjoy feeling the energy of your business or your relationships expanding. Enjoy your time of meditation. Enjoy deliberately segment intending. What does that mean? That means before you're flowing into your each segment of your life, you decide, I am going to feel source energy. I'm going to feel my connection in this time. And I am going to find joy and appreciation in this drive to the grocery store. I'm going to write and then go about doing it and see, ooh, that was really fun. Done with the grocery store. I'm going to enjoy my travel back to home, right? Well, and then enjoy that. You'll see things along the way. And then when you get home, right, as you're, pulling, into your garage parking, I'm going to enjoy bringing these wonderful groceries into the home. And then you'll see, mommy, look, and they'll want to help. Or you'll see, and, oh, can we make this for dinner tonight? Can we do this? Oh, yeah, right. You'll feel things come. You'll see the pleasure. And you'll feel inspirations come through. You'll see how the universe is guiding you. You'll see how things are always being offered to you when you're feeling good. And we did come here to feel good. And we also came here to experience some contrast. But we didn't come to push against or resist or hold ourselves in an uncomfortable space. We just came to acknowledge, knowing that what we ask is given. And to be easy with ourselves, with wherever we're at in the process, because we can only be where we are. And where we are is the perfect place to flow forward. And right now in this moment, whether you're listening to this live or you're listening to this as a recording, this is your perfect moment. You don't have to go anywhere or do anything. Just be like, I am where I am. And this is a good place. I'm tuned into this broadcast because I can feel my connection. I know we're all connected to one beautiful source, God energy. I know we're all in this together. I know that when I feel good, things flow better. I know that when I feel good, inspiration comes to me. And be easy about it. And just enjoy all of it. So, Espen, I know I'm chatting a lot. I'm just feeling the flow. But things you'd like to add to that?
And I would say I would never enjoy this so much as I do now. So it's just more to come. I love everything you share. I can feel it in my every cell in my body.
Yeah.
I love, from my, when I was sitting in the hot seat with Abraham, when she talked about it, let it happen, play your movie, watch your movie, let it be, let it happen. The production stuff, it's your inner being, it's already incorporated, all components together. And now it's from you to just watch your movie. And that is, like you said, you talk about a daydream. And I remember after listening, because I didn't remember so much what you said, but then 1 month later, I got the recording of it and listening to it. And I said, oh, that was really good. And what I experienced for myself, because when I got home, and I got right away, there was some inspirational energy come through me. And it just like start with the guided meditation with BestLife. And I called you, Jen, and I just like, I want to start now on Monday with the guided meditation. And it's been beautiful pleasure for me. Just like it's like there was inspiration. That was like a pure, positive, beautiful inspiration coming straight to me, and I was just like follow through with the action to call you to ask for to do this daily meditation as I'm doing now in Best Life. and every day is a pleasure of it. I feel that it's enriching, feels so rich and feels so good. But it's like I'm doing it because I'm feeling the pleasure of it from the first place. I'm feeling good and inspiring from the first one. And I love all of this clarification with all of these books from Abraham Hicks, and also with a guided meditation to practice and to feel the energy of myself and the allowing of it. And it's so wonderful, just I just like the clarification from alignment first, and then it's more clarifying now than it ever been before. And just as to share with enjoying the part of washing your dishes, enjoying your part of the next thing and the next thing. And it's like, enjoying the part from where you now are at in this moment. And as you are enjoying more of this part that is now where you're at in this moment, and forward in the next and the next and the next segment and the next segment, you will lining up with the energy of who you truly are. And then those things that you've been asking for, that's already in the vortex, that is it's there, and just like waiting for you to tap into the vibration of it. Then those things starting to become a reality for you to experience outside of yourself, because what you are experiencing inside with the feeling from within is always how you experience things outside, how you look at things, how you feel those things, how you see, hear, feel, taste, everything, how you observe things. And I really love what you share about one person who talked about, this was in the last part of it. It was talking about what was it? Let's see here. And this was a really good one. The inner placement. This is so good. They will talk about. Oh, let's see. Oh, there we go. This is the page. This is good. So here we go. Where was it? This was so good, and I just love to share it. That was like. Mm, mm, mm.
So good, Espen. So good. And I love
Yeah.
while you are locating, I will just say how much we all love, value, and appreciate the beautiful meditations you do daily. I love, especially now, just right now in real time, you're reading the book Ask and It Is Given. So beautiful. I love how you incorporate, the downloads that you get from that. Once you're done reading. And I love how you are incorporating too the freedom release method, wonderful things to soothe that energy, to allow each of us to feel our connection. This is not to follow somebody. This isn't say, well, follow Abraham or follow this. It's to say, feel your connection. And if tuning in to, this broadcast allows you to feel your alignment more, then that's exactly what it's meant to do. Right? But also tune into your meditation so that you can feel your own internal guidance. Yeah, that's the stuff. And it does feel good. I know just from, having the beautiful blessings in my life and feeling the manifestation of that, of being surrounded by so many people feeling and flowing in their alignment, deliberately creating their lives, that it feels so good. But there's nobody saying copy what I do because I do it this way. It's saying I'm feeling my alignment. And that just allows others to feel their alignment, knowing that we're all unique in that. We all have our own unique perspective, and it feels so good. And it's just such a wonderful blessing. And I feel like every day when you're doing the meditation, it just opens that up in such a beautiful way. And that is the intention of Best Life. I know that is the intention of Abraham, because we're all in this together.
We're all in this together.
We all have our own unique vantage point, our own unique way, our own unique formula. And it's loved, valued, and appreciated by all that is. And when we ask, what is given is not taken from somebody else. It is created brand new onto the universe for you. It expands all that is. There is no shortage. There is no lack of anything. There is always more in that space of becoming. So I'll
Mm.
pause there because I feel like, Espen, you found that wonderful piece you wanted to share.
Yeah, and I realized something by myself as well. As I was reaching out for it, because I felt in the moment when I didn't find it a little discomfort. I was like, oh, and
Yeah.
then I couldn't reach out for it, like you said, with the bird, and it was just so perfect. And then I just like relaxing, and immediately when I then took the page and just like this, and then I was like, oh, there it is. So it's just like a perfect example, because it's so nice, and it's also nice to know that be gentle with myself if I have those things, because it's a practice vibration, practice more to the well-being. Sometimes, most of the time, feeling the well-being. But sometimes when there is something contrast happening, and I didn't get, because I wanted it so much to have it right away, just like, oh, I know where it is, and then I was like having the wrong page. So it's like, and then just like little discomfort, but then come back to alignment, and then yeah, off you go. It's all good. It's all well. It's like nothing has happened just
Yeah.
2 minutes ago. So
So,
moving forward. So
yes.
this is what I love, because we talk about the change the expectations of others. There was a question about how do you remember
Oh,
of
yeah.
that person, and then the Abraham say my response. And I was gonna say, by joining my expectation of my inner being, and then observe them. And I just love that. It was something like, because it's like, by joining my expectation of my inner being and then observe them, it will create a different thing, because my inner being never see the lack of someone, or expecting someone or other people. They are feeling the best of all of it. So when I'm coming into my alignment and then observe them, that's when your physical senses serve them to see the best in them, because the non-physical in the physical always looks at everything in abundance and more and more, and appreciation and love and unconditional in all of that.
Mhm.
So do you want to talk more about that? It's so wonderful, that kind. It's just like, because for myself, sometimes you can have like a little bit expectation. There's some in some people, and you used to have them like this, and when you talk to them, they be like this, and things are being like normal. You call it normal, but you expect them almost like an expectation. But when you are from the standpoint from your inner being, you see them totally different, because you see more of them who they really are, right? There's
Mhm.
something opening up there. It was so wonderful. I just love
Yes.
Abraham shared that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, such a beautiful segment. And oh, I'm so glad you found that, because that's
Yeah.
so wonderful. And it's true. When we're observing something or someone, another person or a situation outside of ourselves, and it's displeasing to us, it makes us feel uncomfortable, or we don't like that, in some way, it creates some negative emotion. Well, acknowledge that and ask yourself that beautiful question. You know, but how is my inner being seeing this? You could ask it in that way, or you could say, I'd like to see this more through the eyes of my inner being. Or you could say, I'd like to see this more through the eyes of God or source. Because like you said, Espen, God, source, our own personal inner being, that person, if it's another person, their inner being, never says to you, you're in the wrong place. You need to go somewhere else. Never. It says, perfect. Oh, this is very good. Come this way. We have what you desire. Come this way. Come this way. Oh, you're going to enjoy this journey. Come this way. Come this way. Come this way. And it's as easy for us to make that decision to go in that better direction by us acknowledging, oh, I'm seeing this person in a way that's not pleasing to me, or I'm expecting something from them that's maybe not that great, you know? So, and that's okay. It's okay that I'm seeing it this way. But what would feel better? How could I see this more through the eyes of my inner being, more through the eyes of source. And you just in doing that, you will feel the release. You will feel that forward flow because we're always in the right place to move forward. And even if we're really in which seems like some kind of an uncomfortable place, well, our inner being will guide us to just go take a nap, or go take a walk, or go have a little meditation, or, we're always in the right place to move forward. And when we can see ourselves and see others from that space, grant them their beingness, and know the joy that they will feel as they feel that sweet relief, that release of the resistance. Oh, just see and feel them in that way. So, and how do we do that for somebody else? Well, we do it by seeing and feeling from our perspective, because remember, we're all free. Not even God, source, your inner being, can assert to you and say, you must feel good, right? You must. I'm going to make you feel good. It doesn't work like that. We have to choose it. We have to deliberately shift our focus. But if we're wanting that for somebody else, and we can see them when we see from the perspective of our inner being, guess what? We see them as their own inner being sees them. This is beautiful. Yes, I know you have a tough diagnosis. Maybe they did. Maybe they got a tough medical diagnosis. But you can see their beautiful journey forward. You can feel that. You feel the alignment. And you will be guided, right, with what you may want to say or not say to them. But by you holding your space of alignment, they'll feel theirs. And then they're free, right? They can choose to dig in and go, no, resist harder, but. But if you're really true in your alignment, it's very likely they may feel the sweet relief and go, maybe, this is okay. I don't know what the future necessarily holds, but I know right now in this moment, I'm sure feeling better. I sure feel I'm going to just appreciate this moment. I'm just going to appreciate this opportunity I have right now. And in just doing that, things begin to open up. But it can be from anything. It doesn't have to be a medical diagnosis. It can be any situation. It can be a simple thing as you could be a mother expecting, like, oh, my son is always just really difficult. But now you could say, you know what? I'm going to see this different. I'm going to see from the eyes of my inner being. You could acknowledge, I felt that. But, my inner being doesn't see it that way. My inner being sees that wonderful child, and he's filled with life and feels his connection, right? And just in doing that and just shifting that expectation, he'll feel, right? He'll feel his desire to come more into his alignment. He'll feel that love coming through him. So, and I know I'm skipping from example to example, but it's the same for everything. It's the same if you want to change something within your body, from being it to be a health condition, to your weight, to something in your appearance, so to speak, to a relationship, to, whatever's going on with your children, your mate, your friends, your extended family members. It's all the same. Your physical possessions. For those things to change, it's us acknowledging, okay, I've been holding this in a space of expecting something that I don't want. And that doesn't feel good. How is my inner being seeing this? How can I shift to be more that in resonance, in alignment with my true inner being, with who I really am, with source, and open up the ability for things to flow forward into their space of becoming. Yeah, I love it.
I
I
love
love
that.
it. Mm-hmm.
And I would say she ended that with it. And then When you are in alignment with who you are, then you are closer and closer and closer to it before it can manifest. And it's like you when you get closer and closer to the vibrational of it, then it can manifest. And then and you have the vibrational reality that has in it the desires, the things, and that's in the vortex. And to closing the gap, of the absolute of the well-being, closing the gap to your well-being, and you will not lose interest in your way of creating and allowing. You will feel that there will be a fun, joyful experience from now and forward. Closing the gap is meaning tuning in, tapping in, turning on to who you really are. And then as you are feeling that, closing the gap, and you're feeling the well-being that is natural, the nature of you, everything you do and have from that space will be of interest and fun and joy and satisfaction and well-being, and enjoyment, enthusiasm, passion, all of those good feelings that are. And they will come easily to you and through you for you to experience more and more. And every thought you receive will be inspiring and uplifting and supporting. And every action you take from this inspiring, uplifting, receiving thoughts from feeling good, it will just give you more.
Yeah.
And when we now know what we know now, it is easy to just have fun with all of this because it's not serious. It's now for us, each and one of us who is here to choose, and it's either good or bad because it's just indicators. The emotion is just indicators. There's nothing wrong or good or bad about that. It's just like telling you where you at in this moment, but not judging you or criticizing anything like that. That is like something I mentioned in I was reading from Ask and Is Given. She mentioned that book from Abraham Now, and she talked about these things. I think it was today I was reading about a navigational system. That you're having a navigational system. If you're going in the wrong place and the wrong way, it would just say turn around.
Mm-hmm.
As easy as that. And then as you're turning around, it's not saying, and you shouldn't be going that wrong way. You shouldn't be going so far away from that place. It's just saying turn around, and then you go, and then you're just like, okay, take left next, take right. And you're having a destination, you're going to some place. You have a desire there. And it's just like a guidance. And
Mm-hmm.
it's all good. It is all very easy and gentle and general in that space.
Ah,
It's like a navigational system like in a vehicle. It has nothing. It's just if you're going someplace, it's just like turn around, okay, then
mhm,
go left, go right. It's so simple as that. The guy and when we can understand that and simplify all of this,
mhm,
there will be the more the life will be the more joyful and fun because we know it's a playful thing. This is a playful ground. This is a playful
mhm,
fun game of life we are playing, and we're playing it with ourselves, with our own world, with my
mhm.
world, with your world, you with you, and me with we, and it's our worlds in the non-physical. So yeah.
Oh, it's so beautiful. I love that example of the navigation system. It's such a beautiful example because we have to know where we're at, right? Where we're starting. Here we are, we're at our house and we're going to, I don't know, San Diego, right? So we get, but if we just focus on San Diego, San Diego, San Diego, San Diego, right? That's too far, right? But we have to know we're going to get to San Diego, right? But follow the navigation. Look where your natural eye can see out of your windshield. Navigate the road you're on. Enjoy that journey. Enjoy the twists and the turns. And whoops, you took a little wrong turn. Okay, turn around. Follow the navigation. Follow the navigation. Follow, follow, follow. It will get closer. And as you get closer, as you're enjoying the journey, you'll feel it coming closer, right?
Mm.
And this is a piece of guidance that can really gun people up if they get too fixated on San Diego, I got to get to San Diego, San Diego, and they forget to enjoy the journey in between, right? Because if you're not paying attention to the road, if you're not following your guidance, if you're not following that path, it's hard to get there, right? You may not get there. So follow the path. Know San Diego's there. follow the guidance, right? There might be some road construction. You might have to take a detour. If you're not paying attention, right, that's not going to work. You got to be where you're at. Enjoy all of it. There might be a deer crossing the road. You know, you maybe got to stop, let that deer come across, right? Or, you know, it's like, follow the path, follow the path. Know you're getting closer, know you're getting closer. Well, the same thing with us on our journey to achieving, you know, coming into accomplishing, achieving, becoming any area of anything in our life, whether it's a business, financial amount, something with a relationship. You know, when you start out, you have to know where you're at and what you want. Maybe it's marriage, right? I have no relationship, but I want marriage, right? Or something, right? I want a family. Maybe you want beyond the marriage. Maybe you want a family. So, right? So begin with where you're at. I love this. I feel my guidance. I can feel and flow through this. You know, and at first you might think, well, it's unlikely. I don't even have a partner. I don't even know who I'm interested in. But let that unfold. Oh, your inner being is guiding you. But if you're too busy looking at the Cheerios, or you're too fixated on your family with 3 children, you're missing the fun along the way. Enjoy where you're at. You'll get there. If you're enjoying it, enjoy the unfoldment. Ooh, I met somebody. I really like this person. This is nice. Oh, yes. Ooh, we kind of like these, right? And let that build, let that flow. Oh, we had a little disagreement, but that's okay, right? Or come back and right. Let that develop. Oh, I think we should get engaged. Yes. Oh, I think, oh, yeah, right. Now we're right. Let that come. You'll feel it. You'll feel that beautiful becoming. You want that journey, right? Speaking from somebody who's been married and has a family, the joy is in the journey, right? I wouldn't want to not have dated, right? I wouldn't have wanted not to have gotten engaged, not to have marriage, not to have the birth of my children, not to witness them growing. And all the joy is in the journey. It's not that picture you got hanging on the wall. It's the journey. It's the becoming, and it's always becoming more, because even though yes, I have 2 children and they're you know, but there's still more. There's still more. Every day that's becoming more. Every day our relationship is becoming more. So see your life as that, as a beautiful unfoldment. Enjoy all of it. All of it has the opportunity to bring you to more. And yes, in the process of that whole relationship, is there disagreement or things along the way? Well, of course, those wonderful contrasts. But they didn't derail, right? They gave clarity. They gave clarity for more. And I can say honestly, it's inspired more. It made me a better wife, better mother, right? More understanding of my relationship with who I am. And we came for this. We came for this journey. We came for the unfoldment of all of it. Enjoy it all.
Goosebumps. Feels good. I love every word you say, Jen.
Yeah.
It's just so resonating. It's
Yeah.
just like the vibrations. It's like, yes, 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 yes. It's
Mhm.
good. And but also like not like a yes, 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 but it's like yes, yes, it's this easy one, a gentle one. And it's like knowing that the becoming of it, the vibration of it get closer and closer. And when you closing the gap to where you are and you're okay or where you're at and feeling the and moving forward and letting the energy comes to you and through you as the
Yeah.
energy always allowing, because there is only 2 streams. There's allowing or disallowing. And when we feel the disallowing, we don't feel good. But when we feel the allowing, we feel good. And then we know that, oh, it's good. So
Mhm.
we can, when we're more about paying attention to how we are feeling, or we are allowing things to come to be as it is now. That's what I love, like letting it happen, letting everyone be where they're at, letting everyone have their own journey. Because what is happening when you are releasing that energy to yourself is that you feel that freedom of yourself to just to freely flow forward in the feel good now and better with your attention on those things that feels good to you, because that's really, you know, that the buffet, there's a buffer buffet of things on the table, a buffet, I used to call a buffet.
Hmm.
buffet. And then those things won and there's things not won. And we are so free to choose because we don't have to choose those things we don't want. And then focus on intentional end. If something I don't want on the buffet, I'm not like, I don't want this and I don't want this. And I'm just going to tell you I don't want this. And there's things that I know I want on the table I like, but I don't. Then I'm just like, that is the easy process. This is something I don't prefer. You can say that in an easy way. This is something. This is not my preference. It's an ease off energy. No, what feels a little better? Oh, this looks good, and you pay and you shift the direction of those things, and then
Yes.
oh, it feels good, and you
Yeah.
eat it and you feel good, and you're not paying attention when you eat and feeling good, and then this is like, oh, this is delicious, and then you're thinking about, oh, this bad food over there wasn't so good because let us say that deliciousness is the alignment and that not it's a misalignment. When you are in alignment, you are feeling that taste of the food of it, and you enjoy it. And then, yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, yeah,
Exactly. I love that, right? And when you're going through that buffet, if you see something, don't hold your attention on what you don't like. And when you're selecting your food, enjoy all of it. Don't be looking at everybody, oh, well, they have that and they have that. And no, enjoy where you're at. And then when you are sit down to enjoy your meal, enjoy your meal. Enjoy it. Enjoy the unfoldment of it. Wherever you're at in life, just find the joy in it. Deliberately flowing, knowing, yes, you can get dessert after. You can go back and get more from the buffet, but enjoy where you're at. And if you took something from the buffet you didn't prefer, you don't have to eat it. You don't. You could go, oh, I thought I would like this, but it's not my preference. Okay, right? But this is delicious. I'm just going to enjoy this, right? Yeah, just let life is going to be full of these choices. I mean, if we see contrast as
absolutely.
choices, and if we see our how free we are to choose the things we desire, and how easily we can shift our focus to what feels good to us, but we have to, right? In essence, practice, right? Be deliberate in focusing on what feels good for us. Be deliberate being comfortable. Being deliberate in choosing the items that we prefer when we go through the buffet. You don't have to say, well, I feel kind of guilty and nobody has been really taking this, so I feel like I should take this boiled spinach that I don't really like, but I feel like it would be good. No, take what you would desire. Take what you
The
want.
cheesecake, that's much better.
Yes, take what you, yeah. Your inner being will guide you, and if and
It's my preference. It is mine.
we we love the cheesecake when you were eating the cheesecake in Chicago. That was wonderful. Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was just like, for that experience, because I felt so well from the first part. I felt so good, and we are co-creating with each other, and the energy was amazing, and we just sitting there enjoy the well-being was so fantastic, and we didn't have to say so much words, just like sitting there and enjoying the well-being of myself. And then when eating the cheesecake, it was so delicious. But that thing, the experience is just telling that when you are in vibrational alignment with who you are, everything is so much more delicious. Every
yeah,
moment of it, everything you are
yes,
doing, everything you are having, this is delicious,
Ooh,
and it's
yes,
interesting, and it is fun, and it's
yes,
joyful, and it's laughter, and it's
yes,
humor, and it's all of these good feelings that you love and that you feel blissfully happy about.
yes,
And the follow the bliss part is an easy one when you are tapped into an internal into who you really are.
yeah,
It's a fun part. It's the easiest way for experiencing fun things and good things that you desire
hmm,
for sure,
yeah.
always.
Well, it's so good. And I feel to do just this one last piece because I feel it can be very, very beneficial. And it's this: feel good first. Don't count on that cheesecake to make you feel good. Feel good first. And we got to witness that. When you feel good first and then you're enjoying the cheesecake, right? You'll always, always be guided. And here's the thing: there was a point in that weekend when they ran out of cheesecake. Yeah. But if you were being like, oh, They don't have any cheesecake. I cannot feel good now. What will I do? Right? So come into alignment first. You get out ahead of it. I'm going to enjoy this. Right? And if the cheesecake is there, it will please you. And if the cheesecake is not there, something else will please you too. Something else, maybe even more. When you come into alignment first, the universe will always surprise and delight you. And if you're Espen eating cheesecake, it will be absolutely divine. We all enjoyed that. And that's the idea. When you're feeling good first, when you're comfortable being comfortable, when you're coming into alignment first. Yeah. Every bit
This
of
is so
life,
fun.
every bit of life has the potential to just open you up to more, to give you so much joy, so much fun, so much interest. And that's what it's all about. Um, yeah, I love it so.
This has been a wonderful hour with you, Jan, and it's so much fun expansion. And I love this topic for the day as well. And it's so clarifying. And I'm looking forward to listen again now and to taking my time because also now when I do something that's so lovely, I'm listening and then stop and then writing and find the words. And if I don't hear the whole word, I go back and listen again. So it's really good energy, and I feel so blissful in doing the process of that, and then doing the release method, freedom release method that I do sometimes now with Abraham now. And everything we shared today, what you shared is so feeling so good. It's no words for it. Just a lot of expansion. I feel so expanded right now, and I know that, and it's so fun because always we're ending with there is just more to come, and there is no ending. There is just more, forever and ever more to come now and forward. And isn't it so nice when we can come to that place? Because then we know the allowing is on the roll, the allowing of your becoming, the allowing of your desires, the allowing of every interest you have in your life, everything you're interested about, everything that is fun, that everything, the expansion of those things that you desire for and then every experience is more joyful, it's more delicious, every sense feels more, it's just more and more and more and more. And it's always nice to have those conversations, this conversation with you, and every day with Best Life, with listening, because it's just expanding, 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 moving forward. New things, new things, clarity, easier, and it's just like a fun thing, just dancing in it and just feeling the role of it, the fun of it, and easier, the simplicity in it. Because I love that. I feel just more. It's just simplifying more and more. It's just simpler and simpler. Then it's like, oh, this is so good. And then also to more be paying attention to what Abraham shared. That last thing there was in the beginning, I think. She said that. What was that again? Are we there? It's so fun. So like. Mm-mm-mm. She was mentioning something.
While you're looking, I will thank you too, Espen, so much. The things you shared
Okay.
today were so beautiful, so inspiring, so connected, so real. Everything we're sharing, these are real examples. Find your own connection in this. Feel your own resonance to it. It's not our words. Feel the energy. Feel if you can find examples in your own life where you've lined up first, with feeling good. And if you just know wherever you're at is the perfect place. You're always in the right place to flow forward. You don't have to go somewhere else. You don't have to make yourself uncomfortable. Just allow yourself to flow in the direction of that which feels better. And if you are feeling off, know that at first it will be a sense of relief. Flow in the direction of relief. This feels a bit better. Yes, right? Yes. And then as the relief, it comes to feel better and better, then you'll begin to feel a sense of satisfaction. And then, just flow more in that direction. And if something comes to you that's contrasting, just acknowledge it and flow again into that better feeling space. You are on the right path. It's your path. You can only do it right. And well, I'm going to say it, you're never going to get it done, and that's a good thing. That's a really, really good thing because there's so much more to enjoy always.
Hmm. Oh, and that's what Abraham said. I am that I'm pointing in the direction of what I want. And that's
Yes.
Abraham. You know, I'm pointing in the direction of what I want always. That's the
Oh,
non-physical. I'm pointing in the direction of what I want. It's pointing also in the direction that you want. And in pointing in the direction of what I want, in my alignment will inspire action on my part. So
oh,
alignment is always the leading edge of everything.
yes.
And it's like that's that easiness of just like, okay, easy breathe. You know, that's the all that you share with meditation, with appreciation, with segment intending. When we first feel our alignment, and then, you know, it's also with before we segment intending, for finding the alignment place before we segment intending as well, because it's a more
Yeah.
joyful experience. It's
Yes.
before we meditate, finding our alignment place before we meditate. Now it's like we don't do anything for having. It's we are not motivating for meditating for having something. We feel good already about. We know how good it feels to meditate, and we find that balance place, that good feeling place, and then we meditate, and then it just becomes more. You know, it's a first place is always the alignment place, and then whatever we do before we meditate, before we appreciate, before we segment intending, before we do anything, alignment first, and then we're just lining up all things for us.
So great. Oh, I love you so much. I love you all, everyone. This has been delightful. So
Yeah,
it's
absolutely. A joyful,
yes,
beautiful experience, and more to
yes,
come. So
and
thank
more
you
to come.
so much, Jen, for everything you share, and all of you guys,
Yes.
wonderful beings.